We're live now, aren't we?
Live. Yeah. We are live. Zero
How are we
views
doing?
yet. I'm all right, mate. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, mate. Did you have a good one last night?
Did you have a good one?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Just a quiet one, mate. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right, mate. Yeah, just a quiet one. I don't massively do New Year's.
No.
How about you? You had a bit of company, didn't you?
We went up to Huddersfield. Well, near Huddersfield. We stayed up at Judy's friends for the night. So really good.
Yeah.
Cooked. Just had a load of like French cuisine kind of things, meals. It was
nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good. A few drinks. And then the weather is atrocious on the way there.
It's
really bad. Yeah, really bad.
This morning, like round there, I went for a run yesterday and today. It's just like brown man. It's flooded.
It's bad on the way back. So it's really bad on the way back.
It's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just shows, doesn't it? New Year, mate. Nothing's changed, has it? The weather's still
New Year. It's one of them, isn't it? You can't control the environment, pal.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's it. That's it.
What do you want to kick it off with? New Year's resolutions.
You can do. Yeah.
For a load of crap.
You hate them.
I hate them. No, I don't hate them. I think it's great that people want to do something new for the new year.
Yeah.
But my problem is with it is it's kind of like the same old story. You know, people go into the new year. They put things off all year, or they'll start the new year off with something new. Could be like going to the gym. I used to do it when I go in the gym. It lasts about, and then it's hammered for 3 weeks, and then people just fall off, and they fall back into old habits again. But that's often because, like I said, it can be because of
correct.
the home situation, the work life. So they look at something that's going to feed, something that's going to comfort them. They need something to take the pain away, don't they? So more often than not.
I mean, everyone looks. Yeah, a lot of people look to it, don't they? After New Year, everyone's hammered it last night, and it's the day of everyone going, right, I'm going to start as a means to go on. And like you say, it lasts for a few weeks. It's like if you could quantify it in one New Year's resolution, it's gym goers, people starting to go to the gym. They join the gym first day, and then what is it? Week 3, week 4?
Yeah, they want to get healthier,
and then
it's
like if you want to do it, start when you feel ready. Like
the same with that.
Your day one is not day one and start the year, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. It's the same with alcohol as well.
Yeah.
People going to I'm going to do dry January. I mean, a lot of people I speak to, they don't necessarily do it for a cause. They just go into the new year. They take a month off. And I know some of these people are quite big drinkers at the weekend. But that's great that you want to take a month off. But again, if you've been binge drinking at the weekends for that long, there's obviously an underlying issue. And I just think, why can't you sustain that over a longer period of time? And people ask, what is self-awareness? Well, this is an example of self-awareness, right? This is just an example. It's like, right, I've got a stressful event going on in my life, or there's stuff I'm overthinking. So, without thinking, get to Friday. If you do a Monday to Friday job, and it's kind of like, right, get to Saturday, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people haven't got any insight or self-awareness, so it's kind of like, right, well, if you actually stop, pause, and think about the situation at the minute, what led you to, how were you feeling before you picked up that drink? This is the stuff I'll be covering in the coaching, and this is what I want people to do. Like, you don't just necessarily have to apply this to alcohol. And there's no magic wand. There's no one out there that's going to tell you any different. But it's like, right, something's gone on in my life, massive event. So it's led to me drinking. I don't know why I decided to get drunk. I don't know why I decided to to drink at the weekend. It's Monday. I'm really anxious. You know, I've got that Monday blues. It carries on throughout the week, but so what you have to do, kind of thing, is you have to like kind of right. What led me, so the questions you ask yourself is what led me to drink? What was going on at the time? You know, how did I feel when I was drinking? What feelings were showing up? Yeah, how was the feeling after the session in the morning? And you kind of that's how you become more self-aware. So you ask yourself these questions. And I was having a chat with friends who were over today because they've kind of similar to us all really, binge drinkers at the weekends. And I was saying one thing I tend to, if I rarely have a blowout now, it might be 2-3 over the year, but if I go out, say with a big group of friends, you've seen me do it, I'll drink halves. So if I drink 6 halves, I've had 3 pints, but the next day I'm really fresh because
you've sort of not conned your head and conned your own, you know, you're
rewiring your brain, aren't you?
Yeah, you've had 6 drinks and 2, you're like, oh yeah, but you've still been social, but you've not gone over the top where you think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's like you've enjoyed yourself, you know, had a few drinks, but having halves. I mean, people go, oh, you can't have halves. Well, why can't you have?
Why can't you? Yeah.
It's a bit of a thing where it's like, oh, stop being soft. Well, hang on a minute. That's your perception, you know, of life. You think everyone should be drinking. And it's push that perception on people. It can be quite. You have to let things slide a little bit. Do you know what I mean? You do what you want to do. It's like that let them theory. You know, you do what you want to do. I'll do what I want to do.
I've had it said to me. I've had it said to me in the past. It's like if I've gone out and I've not decided to drink at all. Oh, why aren't you having a drink? Oh, you should have a drink. Let your hair down a bit. Whereas now it's like my choice, my decision. But I think because people initially don't like you changing, but you're going to pee a lot of people off with how you change over time. I often thought recently about going teetotal altogether, not drinking at all. Yeah, I've often thought that, but I feel like, well, no, because I still enjoy a drink now and again. I just don't really, I don't go mad again. It's like it's just asking yourself the questions. It's like, God, if I go back to 2021 or something when I was bad and I was obviously drinking at the weekends because I was just fed up because of X, Y, and Z and for what was reasons were going on in my life. There's at any point at that time, I never kind of questioned what was actually happening. You know, what led me to say to myself, "Oh, I need a drink." I didn't ask myself that question. I didn't sort of figure out how I was feeling during that time. Well, obviously, I had the drink because it suppresses my emotions. It gives me that high. And, you know, how did I feel after it? Well, very, very anxious. And it's kind of like, well, if I keep doing this, it becomes it becomes a vicious cycle. And do I really do? I just thought there must be another way. Of having more control over my actions. It's just got to become more self-aware. But it isn't. It's not easy. When I did it, it wasn't easy. It takes time, and obviously, like I think as well, there's a lot of this stuff that you know we cover in the workshop, and it's over the 4 weeks. But like I said in the work, you've seen it. I mean, you said in the workshop, you know, the main aim of the workshop is really just to figure out what self-awareness is, and to sort of understand that you can't control anxiety. It's normal. We have to embrace it. We have to accept it into our lives. But obviously, 4 weeks isn't really enough time to make massive, drastic changes. And like I said, sometimes you do need accountability. You do need someone to kind of guide you. Like we've been coached by people, and it took us a couple of years, to be fair, to sort of. But it's just about having someone to guide you through the process. You know, holding you accountable. Having these discussions, you know, we do this between each other because we hold each other accountable. Really. It's like I text you over Christmas about what was going on in my personal life, and it was just great to have an ear. You know, you talking to me about it. Same, likewise with you as well.
Yeah, that's it. And when I felt down, it was like I said to you, I pointed out on the post on the group. It was just that period between Christmas, New Year. Obviously, I had Lewis, like Christmas Day, Boxing Day. And then after that, you're like, it's a really strange time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I shared something, or I'll share it on the group later on. It was just a video, and it was just like on Instagram. I sent it, and it was just that weird feeling of like Christmas and New Year, and you don't know what time you got to eat, what time you got to get up. Do you have a drink? Like going out with your friends and doing stuff. So it's a lot because everyone's off and everyone wants to do stuff. It's just it is a strange time. But I just fell back on going to the gym, doing running, go do that and get out there and have a walk. And I've done that over the last few days, and I feel back to normal. I feel good.
Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with having some time off at Christmas either. Like, I've had some time off at Christmas. I've kind of still sort of switched on with everything. I've sort of had a date in mind, still in my mind. I'll be back into the swing of things on Monday. But I always allow myself that time off at Christmas. But I think people don't know where to start. They don't know. There's a really good thing the chap put on the group. A few days ago, he said, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 3 big things going in my life, and it's like I don't know where to start. Well, the 3 massive areas are it.
Start what's in front of you.
That's what it's starting you. But what I'd always try and work out is I'd try and work out what I value most in life and how I can sort of work towards that. Use that as a bit of a guidance, really.
Yeah.
But the 3 massive areas, but I think it has to be personal to you as well. It's like, what do you want? I get you worried about other people, but things will change, but they will only change if you're working in line with your values. So what's truly meaningful to you? What do you want from life? Like for me, like happiness, I used to think happiness in the past was having loads of money and having loads of respect, but it's not really, is it? Happiness is having a healthy relationship, having people that you care about, that care about you. That, for me, that's happiness. Going on holiday, it doesn't have to be.
Social connections, I think it's like that. It's massive. If you're struggling, try new groups, try new things, new activities, which I've done, you've done over the last couple of years. And then like you'll meet people, and it could be like friends for life and stuff, and it gets you out of your comfort zone a little bit. I point on a couple of years ago when I moved out, relationship breakdown and all that. And then I thought, right, I've got to get out there, just meet new people. And that's when I started to join new clubs and do new things. And it just takes you on from there, because at first of all, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're not going to be confident, and you will be shy.
You put yourself in that position.
And it's about putting yourself in more situations like that to help you deal with things. And then it broadens your horizon, and there is a lot more out there. You just got to see what you like, see your values, see what you value, and get out there and don't doubt yourself. I mean, we will doubt ourselves now and again.
That's your subconscious mind again, isn't it?
Yeah, your subconscious mind. It's like this morning, and I got up, and it was obviously Paul's away. It's like I got up. I was like, right, I'm just going to do this, going to do that, I'm going to do that, and it's just like block. And as you just think, just try and sort yourself. But I got up, made my bed, which I always say to you, if you're struggling with things, one massive thing is just make your bed.
Make your bed. It's a good start to the day.
Yeah, it is a great start to the day. And just like cleaning up around and stuff, because it's like little bits of clutter in your head as well. So it cleans up the clutter around you, but also you're not thinking about it in your head, and it's not stored there for later. So you've actually achieved something. You've done the first task of the day.
All self-awareness, Johnny. That's all self-awareness.
Yeah.
Holding yourself accountable.
Military, like that's what the military train. That's what they do.
Make your bed.
And if you can complete one task, what's stopping you from?
It's a small task as well. It's something small. It's gradual.
It's small. And as well, I said to you the other day, celebrate these small wins as well that you get. Don't wait for
absolutely,
because it'll never come. The big
win, you'll always chase that big win if you don't celebrate the small wins.
Yeah.
I had a bit of subconscious mind kicking in yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I just want to stay in and watch Netflix with Judy. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to go with friends. It kicked in yesterday. It's like, oh, you're back doing your contract work on Thursday. So therefore, you need to stay in and sit in front of the television. Don't be sociable. And in the past, probably would have cancelled it. But in terms of, like I already said, just give me subconscious mind, my friend in my head, a bit of a thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, thanks for reminding me that I shouldn't have a good time. But yeah, shit, I'm going to go anyway. I'll let you know it was tomorrow. Don't take it seriously. Don't take the thought seriously.
Oh, that's it. And you can be your own enemy. So like,
oh, you can talk. Yeah, of course you can.
In your head, but you have to talk kindly to yourself, and don't beat yourself up. I used to do that massively. Like years ago, I used to beat myself up on the smallest of things. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And then now I'll just stick to what I'm good at, and then learn and try new things. And just don't. Yeah, you got to be your own friend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, in your mind, because like you say, it will constantly bring you down. It'll rarely raise you up, will it? Where it's like, oh look, this is great, that's great. It's always looks at the negative side of things.
An overly protective friend, isn't it? It's looking out with its best intentions, but
it's survive. It's like survival, isn't it? So that's what it goes back to. It's always like, oh, I can't go out because this might happen. Just stay here. And if everyone stayed here, then we wouldn't be doing anything, would we? So
no, this is it. And it's like, so you've got, like, I think in the workshop there'll be stuff around self-awareness, self-compassion, kind self-talk, doing nice things for yourself. But I think as us men, I think we often worry about everyone else other than ourselves.
Yeah, we do. We do. And you pointed on it last few weeks about it being just men, for men, because that's how we can relate. It's all relatable, isn't it?
Well, in the group, I've noticed. In the group, like we put the posts out there for people to join, and not in being sexist here in the slightest, but often we'll get women trying to join the group, and the criteria clearly states it's a males only. It's a safe space for men to open up, and we'd really want to encourage the men in the group to talk more. It doesn't have to be war and peace. It might be just can put a post up and go, I'm feeling shit today, and we can just go, right, okay, what's happened? Even if you just need someone to talk to.
Yeah,
kind of that's what we're here for. To try and help other people. But
we're not immune from it, are we?
We get the same. Well, it's what we always say. We always say we have good days and bad days. Just because we do this stuff, it doesn't mean it doesn't affect us. It does.
Yeah.
It does affect us, but it's just because we are more self-aware what's actually happening. But I think the group has to include males. I just think there's not, that's not the issue. There's not a lot of male groups out there. There was one I was part of, and then they changed the criteria, started inviting women into the group, and it just didn't really fit right. It didn't fall in line with the criteria. I think. Well, obviously, there's crossovers between men and women in terms of mental health problems, but we are wired differently.
Yeah,
it's science, isn't it? We are wired.
Well, we do hold things in.
We don't like to open up.
No, we don't like to open up. We find it harder.
See it as a sign. It's harder. See it as a sign of weakness.
Well, that's it. Yeah, we're always saying, that's what people see it as. As they need to be strong. They need to be obviously the man of the house.
Yeah.
In or out of relationship, whatever it may be. But for like the family aspect, you're the one. Do you know what I mean?
I can spot them types a mile off. It's often the men, especially the old school ones. Often the ones that don't say a lot, very stubborn, and kind of set in their ways.
Yeah.
More often than not, them types see it as a sign of weakness to open up. But honestly, for getting something off your chest, it's just a game changer. It doesn't have to be war and peace.
It's massive, and how many like heart-to-heart conversations we've had, and then after it, you're like, well, it's good that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like endorphins,
Yeah.
isn't it? A little bit. It's like you feel.
Yeah. You kind of need that lift, don't you? You do, mate. You do. I think it's good.
Just problem shared is a problem halved, isn't it? It's just like having
This is it, pal.
10-minute chat with someone. It can really help.
Oh,
So,
massively.
Going back to it on the male side of it, who knows? Like further down the line, obviously, I know you've got a few coaches there. You might open it up where you can have a female group and run something.
Well, I haven't kind of turned my nose down it. I've not said that's it. Like I'll always decline with a bit of feedback because we've got the mailing list as well, which I've explained is it's kind of generic, the mailing list. So the stuff I send out, they can still relate to it because there was a few women that commented back when they responded back and they just said they wanted to understand what men go through so they can kind of understand their partners, which I get. I understand it, but it still doesn't fit within the Facebook group. But what I kind of explained to him is I said, we have a mailing list, so we can email stuff out. So if you join the mailing list, you're still going to you can still respond with an email. You can ask questions on it. It's just another sort of platform that it can be more generic and can be used. But I was going to say, like I said, is it worth putting a link up in? Do you want to put a link up to the Facebook group in this for people so they can just join? Mate, you're more techie than me. I'm crap.
Yeah, what do you mean the mailing list?
Yeah, just no, sorry, I meant at the end, kind of like at the end of this podcast when you've edited the video and stuff. Maybe put a link in for people to join the Facebook group, can share it. We should round it up there. 22 minutes in, aren't we? People's attention spans don't last very long now. Try and keep them short and sweet. But I've sent you the videos for the workshop. They're all done. Just going to do the landing page tonight, and then I'll put a sign up link in there. So basically, people put the email address in. I know I've got a mailing list already, but just kind of getting that consent if people want me, and then I can just filter the videos out. And it's 4 weeks of coaching workshops, and it's kind of like on how to break out of that self-sabotage mode. But you can apply it I'd recommend applying it to everyday life. Like we said about self-awareness, don't necessarily just have to